Welcome to my game design portfolio. Buddy, a family's memories. The concept for Buddy, a family's memories was to create a memoriam for Buddy, my dog's life, having the player learn about his life through my family's own memories. The player explores the house Buddy was raised in, following his footsteps and picking up digitally scanned objects that belong to him. I used my sister's own memories and pictures so that the player would be able to understand how much we love Buddy and hopefully are able to relate to the love people can have for their family pet. I rebuilt my family's own home from scratch to maintain a personal narrative. I showcased the game in front of the general public and industry guests. Overall, it's the project I'm most proud of as it allowed my family to heal from the grief of losing Buddy. I'm now going to show you an example of how the memories are conveyed to the player. If you'd like further information on the project, a full portfolio link will be in the description, as well as a video on my channel of a full walkthrough of the game.
So, I don't remember an awful lot. I remember when he came home, and I think he was home before I got home, and he was so tiny that he fit under the small section of the table. He ran and tried to get into his bed, and I was really excited about getting a dog because I never thought we would get a dog, but that's kind of all I remember. I remember being taken to see Dizzy, his mum, and then all the other puppies, but we had already had Buddy in the house, so it was exciting to see all of the puppies together.
Dimensions. Dimensions was inspired by the depths of the ocean. The concept was that the player would have to navigate overlapping rooms, but the player has the mechanic of that when they touch specific walls, they are teleported to the opposite wall in the same room. The visuals are subtle to make it difficult for the player, ensuring that the player has to memorize room layouts before touching a wall and teleporting. The player knows if a wall will teleport them if it has a warping shader on the wall. Overall, the look of the game is very complex since the player is underwater, making it further difficult for the player to actually memorize the areas with all the warping that's going on. We wanted to create a game that messed with the player's mind, making it a very challenging puzzle game. We created essentially a maze without having a maze be present. The idea for the main mechanic would be that the main room in an area would have overlapping rooms attached to it, so when the player would touch a wall in the main room, they would then teleport to the exact same position on the wall opposite, but a room may be overlapping the section opposite to that wall, so the player would essentially enter the overlapped room, and then they would have to teleport again to get out and reach the end of the level. Sandman. The concept for Sandman was that the player would take control of the Sandman himself, with the goal of preventing dreams from becoming nightmares and corrupt. This is accomplished when the player completes a dream strand, basically a strand of platforming puzzles. Perspective puzzles were the main focus of this game, when the player would throw their camera that tracks the Sandman's movements, meaning that to complete a puzzle, the player not only has to make sure the camera's in the right position, but the Sandman will have to be in the right position as well. The game's main design pillars were, of course, the puzzles and platforming aspects, but we also wanted to use unrealistic scaling of objects and environments to further enhance the feeling that the player is in a dream environment. If you'd like to see a further breakdown of each individual puzzle and the level design itself, then the portfolio for this project will be in the description box below. Chinese garden diorama. I've always been inspired by Chinese architecture and agriculture. I created the diorama to try a new small-scale design of a culture that's always intrigued and inspired me. Although the approach to texturing using Photoshop is outdated, I actually enjoyed the final outcome of the diorama. It gave it almost a PlayStation 1 type of aesthetic. Thank you so much for watching my portfolio. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me via email. Thank you.